Listen,
I'm
listen,
hit.
don't drift away. A lone father discovered
Send
a
back
lady
up, send back
officer
up.
bleeding out. What he and his hound achieved shocked every member of the law team. The evening stood still. The sort of hush where each small noise seems bigger than usual. Mark, a solo parent nearing his mid-30s, had just finished another lengthy turn at the garage. He owned little, only his young child, Lily, their faithful German shepherd, Rex, and a modest leased home on the town's border. Yet what Mark missed in wealth, he balanced with resolve, kindness, and an unbreakable feeling of responsibility. He strolled Rex along a deserted road when the animal suddenly halted. Body stiff, ears aimed forward. Before Mark could speak, Rex tugged fiercely on the lead, hauling him toward a slim, gloomy passage. Mark's gut warned him to stay cautious. He had Lily waiting back home, and he knew dark passages never promised anything positive, but Rex refused to quit pulling. Then Mark caught it. Before we start, remember to press like, forward, or spread, and join the channel, and I'm truly eager. Where are you viewing from? Leave your nation in the replies. I enjoy watching how widely our tales reach. Back to the tale, a weak, broken murmur. One single term, help! His pulse began racing as he moved further into the darkness. That's when he spotted her, a lady leaning against the rough wall. Her police outfit ripped, her palm clamped firmly over an injury on her flank. Her face was white, her breaths uneven. She was an officer, but right now she appeared more like a person stuck between living and passing. Mark paused for a moment. He wasn't a doctor. He wasn't a savior, just a parent striving to bring up his small girl by himself. Rex released a gentle whimper and bumped the lady's shoe as if pleading Mark to act. Listen, stay with me, Mark spoke, dropping beside her. Don't shut your eyes. You understand me? The lady's mouth shook. Attack! Drug raid, they knew we were arriving. She wheezed, coughing, red marking her lips. My teammate's still out there. Mark's heart squeezed. Whoever had caused this might still be nearby. He should have dialed 911, waited for aid, but something within him, perhaps the idea of Lily growing up in a place where decent folks turned away, held him there. He ripped off his work coat and pushed it against her cut. His fingers trembled, but his hold stayed firm. You're not passing here, he murmured. Not this evening. Suddenly, Rex barked loud and crisp, twisting toward the distant end of the passage. Mark glanced up and saw motion. Two figures sliding nearer. One of them carried something shiny that glinted under the road lamp. His belly sank. They were returning. Without another idea, Rex charged ahead, jaws open, snarling like a fierce guardian. The men swore and tripped backward. Shocked, Mark snatched the officer's radio fastened to her vest, fumbling until a static burst sounded. Officer hurt. Corner of 9th and Willow, he yelled. She's bleeding heavily. Send support now. The soft wail of alarms rang far off, and the men fled. Rex pursued them, biting at their ankles until they disappeared into the night. Mark's breathing was harsh and jagged, but he kept attention on the lady. Her eyelids flickered. She was slipping. Listen, he said gently, bending near, trying to keep his tone calm. I've got a small girl at home. She's 7. She needs me. And I'm sure someone out there needs you too. So you battle. All right, you battle. Something in his words touched her. Her shaking hand rose and clasped his forearm, clinging as if her existence relied on it. Moments later, blinking lights flooded the passage. Officers dashed in, guns ready, but stopped at the scene ahead. A grease-covered mechanic, his coat drenched in red, a devoted German shepherd standing watch, and one of their own still breathing. Because a stranger refused to leave, medics took charge, moving quickly, but not before a veteran officer paused and gazed at Mark. If it weren't for you, the man said softly, we'd be sealing a corpse right now. Mark only shook his head. Exhausted, I only did what anyone would have done, but inside, he knew that wasn't accurate. Too many people would have kept going, telling themselves it wasn't their concern. As they raised the officer onto a gurney, her hand slid from his forearm, but not before she breathed something soft, something only he could catch. Tell your daughter her dad's a hero. Mark stood still, Rex leaning close against his leg as the alarms howled and the vehicles drove off. He didn't feel like a hero. He was just a father, a man who couldn't ignore someone else's struggle for survival. And yet, what he and his dog did that night would resound through the entire police unit and much further, leaving everyone astonished that one lone parent with nothing to offer but bravery had altered everything. This tale moved millions of souls. If it moved yours, show us with a like, comment, touching story, and subscribe or follow for more incredible stories. Like,